This video will demonstrate how to find and access a particular article through Ingram Library. These examples are mostly from nursing and the health sciences using APA citations, but these techniques can be used to locate any periodical article. So if you have a citation for a specific article from a newspaper, magazine, or journal, here's how you can get that article for free through Ingram Library. We're going to start by looking for this citation from Nurse Educator. So Ingram Library subscribes to over 60,000 journals and about 400 databases. So to get to this particular article, I need to figure out which database is going to cover the particular issue of this particular journal that has that article. To do that, we need to look in the Journals tab. So we're going to click on Journals and we're going to enter the periodical title, which is Nurse Educator. When I do that, it's going to look in all of our databases as well as our print collection to see if we have that journal in any of our subscriptions. In this case, we actually have it, at least some issues of it, down on our ground floor, and we also have online access to this journal. Online is easier for me. I'd much rather just have it automatically than have to come into the library or get it sent to me. And when I do that, it tells me this is the database that we have it in, Journals at Ovid, and it also tells me the dates that we subscribe to that journal. So we have the full text available for Journals at Ovid from 1996 to, and since there's no end date, it means that we have it to the most recent issue. This particular journal came out in 2018. 2018 is between 1996 and 2018, so I'm know that it's covered in this subscription. So I just click on the database title and it will take me to a page in that database about that particular journal. Once the journals page loads, it'll look a little bit different depending on the database and the publisher, but usually there's some information about the journal, and then somewhere on the page, sometimes it's down at the bottom, this time it's over here on the left side, it has all the past issues organized by year. So we want a 2018, we're looking for volume 43, issue number 2. And now it's listing all of the articles that are in that particular journal issue by page number. So I'm looking for page number 78. There's page 60, 62. Keep scrolling down, and I could also have just searched by the title, but there it is, Gamification of Nursing Education with Digital Badges. And so now I have the PDF full text and I can do whatever I want to with that article. Let's try looking for this article. This article is also from Nurse Educator, so to find it I'm going to go from our homepage, I'm going to click on the Journals tab and again search for the periodical title, which is Nurse Educator. And this time, you know, I'll do the same thing. Online access is easier. I'll check online access. But this time when I look, again, I have full text available from Journals at Ovid from 1996 to now. But this particular article is from 1994. 1994 is not between 1996 and now. So what do? Well, we also have it in our prints collection. Now, if we have any issues of this journal at all, it's going to show up as available in our periodical collection. But we may not have the particular issue that you're looking for. So what you want to do before you come to the library to make a copy and read the article is to check that we actually own it. So if you click on that available at, it'll say we have it in the ground floor collection, and this is from volume 14 number 1 to, and there's no end date, so it's to the most recent issue again. So we actually have it from 1989 to, and again to now. So this particular one is volume 19, it's from 1994. So 1994 is between 1989 and now, so we do have access to it. It's downstairs in our prints collection. If you are a distance education student, you probably don't want to have to come to campus. Maybe you can't even come to campus to get things from our print collection. Our distance education students can still get those articles, but they need to use a special service called resource sharing to do it. So if you're a distance education student especially, I recommend you go to Services and then Resource Sharing and review this page carefully. We're going to come back here a little bit later, but you'll see that we have a whole page on distance learning services. And so if we own the item and it's in our print collection, we will actually scan that article for you and send it to you and give you an email about where and when you can download it. If we don't own that item, we will get it to you through from another library called through a process called Interlibrary Loan. Let's try looking for another citation. We're going to look for this one now. So again, we're going to go to the library homepage. This is from Dimensions in Critical Care Nursing. So we go to Journals and we search for that journal title. And again, online access is easier for me, so I'm going to choose online access. And it tells me we have this actually in 3 different databases for different coverage dates. So we have it from EBSCOhost Academic Search and Complete from 2001 to 2007. We have it in CINAHL with full text from 2001 to 2007. And we have it in ProQuest Central from 1998 until 2002. The article that I want is actually from 2016. 2016 is not between 1998 or 2002 or 2001 and 2007. So that means that we do not have this electronically through our database subscriptions. We only have this particular journal in from 1998 until 2007. So I'm going to go back here just like before, and if that doesn't work for me, I'm going to try our print collection. And in this case, it tells me that we have it from 2000 until 2003. We actually have an end date. Well, 2016 is not between 2000 and 2003, so we don't subscribe to this in print either. So, does that mean we can't get to it? No, it just means that the library has not already paid for a subscription for this article. We can still get it for you. And again, what we're going to do in this case is go back to our library homepage. And we're going to go back to that services and resource sharing. You're going to spend a lot of time here. And in this case, what you're going to do is follow that first instruction that says if we don't own what you need, you can request it via Interlibrary loan. And it gives you all sorts of information about that. But basically, both of these interlibrary loan and distance learning services are going to work through our Iliad system. So Iliad is the system that we use just to share copyrighted information between libraries and make sure that only the patrons who need that copyrighted information get it. If you've never used Iliad before, you can click on first-time users to register for an account. That's free. But I'm going to sign into an account that we have that looks like what you'll see when you log in. And so what you can see is that if you're a distance learner and you need something that's from our print collection, you would just click on article and book for whatever is appropriate for you and request it. We checked our print collection. We don't have this particular one, so you can click on article. And you just fill out the information that you need. You fill out dimensions of critical care nursing, you would give the volume and the issue number and the year and the page numbers and the author and all the information that you have from the citation. And then at the very end, you hit submit request, and that submits the request to our resource sharing group, and they will get another library to send that to us so that we can make that available to you. You'll get an email in a couple days. This service is free to students. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 days to come in, so we recommend starting your research early in order to allow that to happen. Let's try one more citation. We're going to look for this one now. So again, we're going to go to the library homepage. We want to find a particular article. We got to figure out which database covers that journal, so we're going to search for journals. And this is the Journal of Hospital Infection. And I get 7 results: Journal of Infection Control, Hospital Infection Control, Infection Control. But it doesn't look like we actually subscribe to the Journal of Hospital Infection. Again, if we don't subscribe to it, that doesn't mean you can't get it. It just means that we haven't already paid for it. We can get it for you now. And again, the way that we do that is we go back to the library homepage. We click on Resource Sharing. And this is, we don't own the item you need. You can request it through another library loan. Again, Iliad is the system that you use for distance learning and for interlibrary loans. So we're just going to log into Iliad. And I'll log back into that account. And when I do that, I can just place article and start filling in the information just like before. Journal of Hospital Infection, so on and so forth. And then hit submit at the bottom of the page. So, if you need an article, what you're going to do is click on the Journals tab and search for the journal title, the periodical title, the magazine title, the newspaper title, and then you'll see if we have it electronically, and then you can check to see if we have it in print. If we have it in print and you're a distance ed student, you can use resource sharing under services to request that it be sent to you. If we don't have that journal at all, you can also use Interlibrary Loan under resource sharing to have us request that article from another library and make that available to you. Both of those services are free. That process will work 100% of the time, but we have a really good shortcut for those of you who have managed to stick through this whole video that will work probably 80 to 90% of the time, and that is to use this multi-search function. This multi-search function actually searches a selection of our 400 databases, not all of them, but a pretty good selection of them. And so if I just search for my article title, we'll take this, this one that we searched for first and search for it. And here, a lot of times that article is going to come up. And what's really nice about when it comes up is sometimes it'll come up with a full text PDF link and you can just download it right away. Other times it'll come up with this Find It button. And the nice thing about the Find It button is that basically does the search that we were doing manually completely automatically for you. So in this case, it said, hey, this journal you have through Journals of Ovid. You could check the dates. But if you click on it, the nice thing about going from a Find It button is that it actually just takes you directly to that article. So it's actually a much faster, easier way to get to the article. The really nice thing about this shortcut is it also works for articles that we don't get electronically. So for instance, if I searched our last journal article title, I can find that particular article, and then I can click the Find It button. And for this particular article, we have no full text available, so I can request from Interlibrary Loan. And if I hadn't already logged in, it would have prompted me to log in, but I logged in earlier. And the nice thing is it actually even fills out all of that information for me, so I just have to hit Submit Request, and I don't even have to bother to type anything in. It does help if you're a distance education student to record that you're a distance education student here in the notes. That entitles you to more services. But it's not required for Interlibrary Loan. So go ahead and hit Submit Request, and they'll send me an email in a couple days when it's available. Getting a particular article from a particular journal is sometimes the hardest thing to do. You're dealing with a lot of different publishers and subscriptions and contracts and all sorts of fun copyright things. So if you ever need help using this service, you can contact the library at 678-839-6495. You can use our email at askal@westga.edu, or you can use our 24/7 chat service to ask for help. And you'll get a very helpful librarian who can help you find the citation that you're looking for.